Hello and welcome back to this channel. Please go ahead, click like and subscribe, and also leave your comment on the topic of today. Thank you. I see we are growing super fast. I will soon move into a studio. I'll make these videos better with nice editing on, a little bit editing, you know, to make it very interesting for you to watch and that we understand each other more clearly. I'm busy setting up everything, but for now I do it like this, just videos, having a conversation, communication. Because I don't want to lose connection with you guys. And again, I see for some other reason this channel is growing now very fast. And also, hey, head over to my Twitter account at Mr. Jerry Good. I'll leave it in the pinned comment. It's getting interesting there. I don't know, people kind of enjoy what I post, I guess, and I piss off a lot of people on Twitter. So head over there, come check it out, join in the comment section. I deal with funny stuff. For example, some stupid stuff like this, where there is this one guy. I think he sits in France. I don't know, but this man believes that I fake that I sit in China. He don't believe I'm in China. He says I'm lying. He can't believe it. He says stuff like, why don't you really go to China and go see how oppressive that government is towards their people? You will run away the first day you land there. I'm like, dude, I'm here for 8 years. He's like, no, you lie. You are not in China. I can see the background. You are not in China. You are lying. I'm like, what? So I deal with this kind of stuff. Head over to my Twitter. Go follow me also on Instagram, Telegram. I'll leave it all in the pinned comment. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, back to the story for today. Niger. Yes, Niger has become very, how can I say, interesting on the internet and also in the news. It's a very interesting story, and you should know what's going on because it's very important. Basically, Africa, I'm part of Africa, I'm South Africa. We are standing up as a continent, and we are taking our continent back from these Western thieves that's been stealing resources for years and years. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, the news broke that there's 1,000 soldiers, right? French soldiers inside Niger. The news broke yesterday or the day before that some of these French terrorists, as I call them, attacked the Niger National Guard, and the Niger current military government basically alerted their army to be on high alert and protect the country because there will be a foreign invasion. Now, if you know what ECOWAS is, I've said it in my previous video. If you don't know, just go check it out. I speak a little bit about it, but just to make it simple for you, ECOWAS is a 15-country alliance in Africa that are basically standing against Niger. I don't understand this. Okay, just listen to what I'm saying. This ECOWAS alliance is supposed to help the African countries with economic growth and to make the continent and countries better for the people. But you see, the issue here is the leader of the ECOWAS is a lapdog of the Western forces, these Western thieves. And now all these ECOWAS 15 countries are standing against Niger. They stand against Niger for these people standing up and say, we don't want Western thieves in our country anymore. We want our resources back in our hands, the people that live here, the people that owns this land. We want our real freedom, economic freedom, and we want to make decisions in our country. We don't want another European country coming into this land and come dictate what we can give to them for a certain price, or what they can steal and give us pennies, and what we must do, how we must live. While the whole Africa, listen, Africa is a wealthy continent, but let's face it, the African people are living in poverty because the Western thieves are stealing all the resources, paying pennies. So they do pay money, but they pay pennies for these resources to keep their countries in first shape condition. It's absolute nonsense. So Niger stood up and said enough is enough. And now this ECOWAS alliance inside Africa is against them for doing that. I really can't wrap my head around this. But in anyway, there are certain countries that stand with Niger. Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso. He's a little legend. Well, not a little, a huge legend. Another Sankara Max. But anyway, yeah, so also what the Niger current military government did was they basically closed the airspace. So you don't know how big trouble that actually causes. Flights need to divert around the country. It's a big mess, actually, because they closed the airspace. But they did it because they tried to prevent a foreign invasion. It's dangerous at this moment, right? It's a smart move to do. But here we saw the French that flew a cargo plane, and actually multiple planes. I'm not sure, you can go check on that, but I heard they say it's multiple planes, but let's stick to the cargo plane that flew through Niger's airspace after the French terrorists attacked the National Guard. They flew through the airspace, and what they did was they turned off the VHS, the very high frequency. It's basically your communication to the ground systems, right? Communication systems. They switched it off and they flew through the airspace. That is a provocative mode. Action, especially in the times that we are in. Now, a lot of people on the internet says people don't support the new military government. It's all fake. They need to reinstate the democratically elected president. But we saw the support of the people for the new government in that stadium. Over 30,000 people in solidarity, supporting this new government, giving a big middle finger to the news networks and to the world, saying they are lying to you. We want this. We want our economic freedom. We want real freedom in this country. We support this new military government, although they're going to install a prime minister or president. But they support this government, this current move by the military. Crazy. So the French are pushing things. They are pushing things. And I want to send a warning out to the people around the world. Don't mess with Africa. Don't mess with Africa, especially when they start to rise. Especially when they start to say enough is enough. Especially when more countries are going to follow suit of Niger. I think these Western thieves need to get onto planes as soon as possible and leave. Go back to Europe. Go back to your countries. You don't belong in Africa. It belongs to Africans, including me. I am African. I'm a white South African. We want our continent back. We want our economic freedom back. And we deserve it. And so, by the way, we will become the strongest continent because of all that resources and people working together. ECOWAS just need to wake up, man. Stop being lapdogs of the West, you bunch of idiots. Led by a little lapdog, really, man. Nigerian leader. But anyway, so Victoria Nuland, as you saw in the previous video, went to go talk to this current military government, trying to create chaos because she wants the president-elect back into power. The funny thing is, the Americans thought they're gonna scare Niger by saying we will stop military aid. And there's a bunch of other countries that also stopped military aid to Niger. Military aid, I mean financial aid to Niger. The funny thing is the leader responded by saying, well, to America, we don't need your money. Use your money to solve your homeless problems back home. We don't need your money. That for me was a big slap in the face. And I could imagine that Biden administration office, Anthony Blinken, all that guys sitting around the table going, oh fuck, please don't air this on CNN, please don't air this around the world on Western media. But he did say it, and you guys should know it. He said, keep your money. Solve your own problems, we don't need your money. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm laughing. I'm having a good time telling the story And look, it's still developing, so you need to subscribe with notifications on, that I keep you updated. Go follow me on Twitter because I constantly update there. At Mr. Jerry Good. Follow me on Twitter. Also subscribe quickly. But I love it because we are seeing people on planet Earth saying enough is enough with this war bullshit a small group of countries make around the world, and trying to dictate what we are allowed to do as people. The planet is actually suppressed by NATO, America, and certain countries that are allies with the United States. We are the real oppressors, me and you. They oppress us with wars, with who are allowed to sell what, sanctions, left, right and center, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. They decide, they suppress us. Me and you are the same. I maybe have I'm having a white, I've got a white skin, so fucking what? You've got a pink, yellow, brown, black, I don't care, you're my brother, you're my sister. We have more in common than what these people in charge try to tell us and try to make us believe in. There's no racial bullshit actually going on. We all love each other, man. They don't allow us to love each other, to get to know each other, to learn more from each other. If we the people ruled these countries, I promise you, man, these countries will be rich. We will all be friends, man. There will be no wars. But yeah, things are changing, and things are changing fast. I also want to say the world is getting crazy, but don't worry. There's certain countries that are standing up to nonsense and bullshit, and I see a bright future, my friends. So you need to subscribe and like, that we stay in connection. We need to stay connected, that we can share this good news and the stories with one another. Share this video far and wide. Just quickly a bonus headline that happened. So the World Bank's stopped business and money with Uganda because Uganda is heavy anti-gay, LGBTQ plus ZAB, whatever you call that stuff, plus Z at the back. I don't know what you call that stuff, but you know what I mean. They're very anti that. I just find it funny when I look at a photo of the president of Uganda with that famous like farmer hat on. So innocent, man. Anyway, I'll leave you to that. Tell me what you think about that. Ladies and gentlemen, good news happening around the world. Here in China, things are going well. If you want to follow the story about the Chinese issue in the Philippines, the ship's issue in the Philippines, go check it out on Twitter. I made a nice little post. I wrote it out there. I'm not going to spend your time or waste your time here, because this video is about Niger. But go check it out on Twitter. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for staying connected. We are growing super fast. I am stunned. I don't know what happened, but Twitter and this one is growing rapidly fast. Maybe we talk about stuff that people want to hear for a change. Not wars in the United States and fucking Ukraine is winning this, that and the other. We tell the truth. The world is standing up against this nonsense. That is fact. That is why you should subscribe. Thank you for watching. Beautiful day here in China. See you in another video, my friends. Peace. Or this way. Yeah, peace. No, yeah, peace.